What's up YouTube, Capital G here looking at a new card from Dark Side of Dimensions, and this one is a freaking doozy. This is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, and Seto Kaiba is now ritual summoning, and I feel like everybody else is going to suffer for it because this card is absolutely insane. Not only is it the first ritual Blue Eyes monster, and no, I'm not counting Paladin of White Dragon. That's like a spin-off. This is a real official Blue Eyes. It works with all the Blue Eyes supports, but it is an actual dark one, and I believe that is a first too. Some people might be like, well, what about Malefic Blue Eyes? Again, that's kind of like a spin-off dragon. This is like really wasn't a real Blue Eyes, but not only is Blue Eyes now ritual, it's also dark, so that is crazy. And this card is so ridiculously strong. I don't even understand what they were. I mean, clearly they wanted their boss monsters to just be really damn powerful. I don't know who Kaiba is using this on, but I expect them to lose the duel, like definitely. So for starters, this guy has 4,000 attack, 0 defense, and it's level 8. What the fuck, Konami? Like, why are you releasing a level 8 ritual with 4,000 attack? That reminds me of Goyo Guardian, where it was only a level 6 synchro, but it had a power that was greater than every level 8 in the game. So, like, I'm expecting, when you see that type of stat line for a level 8 monster, you're like, okay, you're probably a vanilla. You probably don't have any effect, or your effects are no. This card is so over. Let me just read the effects, guys. So again, it's a Dark Dragon ritual. It's level 8, 4,000 attack, 0 defense. Some people might be like, oh, it's got 0 defense. That's not that great. Okay, just wait. You're gonna find out why that's so irrelevant. Effect number, or well, let's read the summoning conditions. This card can be ritual summoned with Chaos Form. We do not know what Chaos Form does yet. That I assume that's the ritual spell that summons it, but we don't know what that does. But it's largely irrelevant, and I'll explain why in a minute. And must be ritual summoned, cannot be special summoned by any other ways. That means just like most ritual monsters, if you ritual summon it and it somehow dies, you can't like call the haunted it back, which has never really been relevant. If you don't believe me, look at Necries. You always had to ritual summon those, and those were the best deck in the game by a fucking 10 miles. The effect number 1, cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So essentially, this is a Leo Dancer for Blue Eyes. This is why the having 0 defense is not relevant, because if you think, oh, I'm just going to put you in face down defense position, I'm just going to switch you to defense, how are you going to do that without targeting it? Like most of the common ways of doing that, like Enemy Controller or Book of Moon or Tsukiyumi or all these other cards that no one plays anymore, like they all target. So that 0 defense is like so completely irrelevant, and you can't even Regeki this thing. You can't torrential it. You can't Ring of Destruction it. You can't use bottomless on. You can't use any of that shit on this card. So once it hits the field, you basically just have to fucking deal with it. Effect number 2, I don't even understand what this card needed an effect number 2. It was already ridiculously strong enough with the first effect, the Leo Dancer effect, but they decided, you know what, you're not quite strong enough. Let's put you right over the top of that edge. Effect number 2, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing battle damage to your opponent. What the fuck is that even? Basically, in layman's terms, if you would happen to attack, like let's say a 0 defense monster, let's say your opponent is playing Scapegoats for some reason in 2016, and you attack a Scapegoat, you would do 4,000 damage, but instead you do double piercing damage, which means you do 8,000. You just outright win the duel right here and there. Now the thing is, since this is an actual legitimate Blue Eyes card, it does have a lot of synergy with some of the other cards, like Priestess of the Eyes with Blue, which is coming out, Priestess with Eyes of Blue. That's coming out in Shining Victories. So obviously this is a target that she can search. Not to mention the card, the Melody of Awakening Dragon. This card's getting expensive a little bit because of the new structure deck that's coming out. This is also another card that you just be able to search it. So you don't have to worry about running things like Menju or Senju. You can just search it with the Blue Eyes cards or the Dragon support that they already have. Now, I assume, let's just say that we assume that Chaos Form has our new Blue Eyes friend on the card. That means also you'll be able to search this guy with Pre-Preparation of Rites. Like Pre-Preparation of Rites is just going to be an automatic staple in this deck, assuming Chaos Form is a ritual spell and it has it listed on the card, which you would just have to assume that. But here's why that doesn't even matter. You have to look at the effect. It says this card can be ritual summoned by Chaos Form. That means you don't have to summon it with Chaos Form, which means Guess what just went to 3 on our latest ban list? Advanced Ritual Art. Ding, ding, ding. That means that you can just play Advanced Ritual Art. You can send a Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard, and then you just summon this motherfucker and win. Like, that's so fucking crazy. So, like, even if Chaos Form is absolute garbage, you don't even have to run it. You can just run 3 copies of Advanced Ritual Art. And again, since it just went to 3, we can just have a fucking field day. You don't even have to give up real support, or you don't even have to give up real tributes. You just use the Blue Eyes from your deck. And since it's a Blue Eyes deck, and you need multiple targets for things like Melody, you're obviously going to be running, you know, multiple Blue Eyes anyways. Like, you'll probably be running 3 Blue Eyes and 3 Chaos Match Dragon anyway. So I'm seeing this card as incredibly powerful. I hope that they give us this card in the TCG before 2017. You know what I mean? I have a sneaking suspicion that they might wait until next year, because I really like when this thing gets on Dev Pro. I definitely want to test this out. This card looks incredibly powerful, and it's like, it's just a way more practical version of something like Leo Dancer. It's just so fucking easy. Like, you have it in your hand, you activate Advanced Ritual Art, you send a Blue Eyes, and bam, you just summon it and just kill your opponent. 4,000 attack, 0 defense, like, doesn't even matter. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always.